Hello everybody and welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3. On the last episode, we got to Parm. We explored a little bit, and now we're going out to... I think I'm going to fast travel to St. Ark, actually, just so I can get that stuff. Might be in the Noble District. I don't know where it would be actually. Maybe this department store? Excuse me, I have a question. They asked the store if they had Rainbow Rubius. Rainbow Rubius? Yes, we have those. Not many customers ask for Rainbow Rubius, so we don't put them on the shelves. We occasionally get customers who want to use it for medical purposes. Oh, I see. It can lower fevers and stop bleeding. It's actually a well-known traditional remedy. Oh, I see. I'm surprised you know all that, instructor. Please wait a moment. I'll bring one to you right away. Oh, it's costing my actual money. Alright. Okay, because I bought one of these. It's a MasterCard. And I bought 3 of these. Because they had a recovery skill. And I bought 3 of these. I only bought one of these because they were 1,000. Alright, let's get to Parm. We're gonna head towards the Odogario Road. Actually, can I turn any of these things in already? It's right by, so I might as well check. I can turn in, if I can turn in the thing in the Sepith. I don't know if he wants all of them at one time. Nope. Everything's gotta be done together. Oh, wow. I do feel like, okay, my guess is that it might be Laura, and this is making it even more seeming to be even more accurate because Legram is like right down. Like, I see the road pointing to Legram. Min said she saw those shadows fly towards the plateau. Remember, like in the last episode, when I said I had a few ideas of who this substructure is going to be. I believe it was a bit further on the left-hand side. We need to keep our eyes peeled. So I'm going to guess it won't let me go too far out in the other way.
We strike.
I don't even know how you managed to stay airborne.
Here I go. Set, striker. Yeah.
My turn. Yeah.
My turn. Battle complete. Let's continue.
No, it's actually letting me wander a little bit. I was waiting for it to turn its back.
Get back. It's down. Yuna, now.
Yes.
Let's go.
The reason I did the follow-up there is because
I
I
should
wanted
go.
that CP returned to me.
There.
All right. Set, gunner.
That's still out of reach.
Striker. All right. Yeah.
Why didn't he counter?
I'm up.
This doesn't matter.
All right, nice work.
Yeah, I did it!
I must train even more. It's so pleasant around here.
Ah, that's why they
I
let
was
me go,
expecting
because
remnants
this is
of
the
some
main
kind
thing.
from the Civil War.
So let me do this
Croatan
now.
refugees used this path. It wasn't a pleasant time to be a citizen, to be sure. I hope Laura and Eustace are doing well.
Ah, sucker.
I found some treasure!
Ooh, shield breaker.
Shit! Yeah! Our chance!
Set! Gunner!
Oh, that
Set!
seems pointless right now.
Striker! Ah, ah!
Very well. Yeah! Let's go! Get back! It's down!
It's mine!
My turn. Brionac, activate. Fire. There. Kurt, go.
I got it!
There.
Yeah!
Ah! All right! Ah, ah!
Very well. Cha! There!
I'll assist.
Let's go!
My turn. Eh. Battle complete. Let's continue.
I got some U material from that. Alright, forgot. I forgot. I'm supposed to go over here for that thing. The lowest stones on Ologiria Road. It appears we found them. Yeah, let's collect some right away. It seems pretty rare, so let's only get as much as we need. Yeah, we know. Now we have lowest stones and rainbow rubia. Now we have all 50 septhas of each of the 4 basic elements. We can probably collect those. I guess she said now we need it. Agreed, let's return to Rosa's place. First, let me
We
get
have
that
the
back.
advantage.
Let's go! Yeah! Eight's down!
My turn. Yeah.
It's my turn! All
I
right,
want Irene to get the
nice
CP.
work.
It's close to the Vander Training Hall. Alright. Let's see. Oh, you were able to get everything? Yes, it's all right here. Oh, this is exactly what I need. Thank you very much. Now I can really get to the dyeing process going. Yay, I'm glad we could help. How long will it take? Yes, I'd like to see. Oh, well, I'm going into the home stretch right now. It's going to take 5 hours to grind the Sepith. I'll boil the lowest stone and rainbow rubia for 8 hours and then let it cool for 3 days. And, well, wow, that's a lot. Well, that's the traditional method in Parm. They say Parm's dye is vivid and never fades. Yes, exactly. I'm not anything yet, but I want to take my first steps to becoming an artisan at this year's Spring Dye Festival. Good luck. We'll be rooting for you. Yes, we'll come back in to see it too. Alright, thank you everyone. I'll do my best. Oh. Let's see how that looks. She becomes blonde. Alright. Same as Millium. They both became blonde. Alright, let's go back to the Otogiria Road. You know I should fork left. But maybe I don't need to. I will anyway. That doesn't seem any much of a point to keep going that way. However, this is another story.
Take them down!
How? Okay, well, doesn't matter.
You can't escape! Fire!
My turn! Strike! I'm up!
Okay.
Get back! An opening!
Now. Yeah.
You miss. We've been missing these birds a lot. Is that Sepith?
Let's go!
Oh, well, he had Sepith up. Okay, makes more sense.
It's my turn! Set, gunner! Set, striker! Yeah!
I told you you could
Wide
recover.
open.
An opening! Good. All right, got it.
Well, level up.
Treasure located.
Thank you, Altino. Blue Pendium. Oh, okay. Well, that was pointless. Can we close the menu? Thank you. Yeah, I'll just get Sepith in battle. I mean, CP. There doesn't seem to be any reason to come this way. Hey, I got all my Sepith back. Feels good, man. I'm not gonna waste the charge to take you down.
They're in disarray. Let's go.
Here I go! Set, gunner!
I shall go. There.
Let's go.
It's taking a lot more to break them than I would like. Because I was trying to get the brave points up.
Let's go.
Well, at least we got
Everyone okay?
the CP back. Health isn't that much of a problem either. I can always heal if I need to. And a Terrell bomb. A basin in the plateau? This seems like the place Mint was talking about. 50 cells from Parm. It matches the report. There's no sign of monsters around here, but an archaism is another story. Let's investigate the area. Be on your guard. Understood. Only we could find some manner of a clue. You think that old guy already defeated them all here? This is an ancient monument. We've seen similar things in a number of other places. Yes, it's likely one of the traces of animism. There are plenty of old ruins in Crossbell. But what's this about animism? I've heard that it is a different belief system to the Septian Church. It is a bit difficult to explain. It existed in an empire far before the Septian Church. Yeah, it's what you call a folk religion. It's not practiced anymore, but it's still around in forms of folk tales and old customs. Parts of it even made it into the church's teachings. Some of the biggest things from it we still have today are the Summer Festival and the Harvest Festival. The Summer Festival and Harvest Festival? Huh, I didn't know that. We've passed by various animist monuments before our mission. I'll tell you more about it in history class. Well, for now, let's check this area. Huh? Instructor? What's wrong? You're acting strange again, like you did in the forest. It's nothing. Everyone on your guards. Eh? Ah, these ones. Are those? They're a new type of archaism. A base defense heavy class. Archaism. Cephentis. These are far more dangerous than the ones we fought this morning. Let's take them down with everything we've got. Yes, sir! Prepare to taste the blades of the Vanderschool!
Be on guard. It's strong.
You used
It's my
a
turn.
zero order? On that? Oh. Oh, I am not happy about that.
Take this!
My turn.
I didn't say you could cast magic. Now, did I?
Let's go. Raging fire formation. My turn.
I might as well. It's a critical turn, so it's gonna be more damage.
Behold, the dual blades of Vander. Now! I'll end it. Ha! Ragnar, strike! It's my turn.
A little bit less than I expected, honestly.
Crimson Slash!
I shall go. Brionac, activate. Fire. There.
It's mine.
Shrink down.
I was foolish.
You're always dying,
Not
man.
yet.
Get up, Kurt.
Thank you. It's my turn.
Which one of you are acting next? You?
Let's go. Ebon Crest.
Let's go. Get back! It's down!
It's mine.
Perfect reflect.
My turn. I'll support. Arjum heal.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thanks. All right. You can't escape. Fire! Wide open.
An opening! My turn. Strike! My blade, calm as still water. Now! Seventh slash! Fallen leaves!
And that's
All right.
that.
Nice work.
They self-destructed. These machines from the Society are terrifyingly powerful. Seems like they were the same type I had at my command during the Civil War. Once again, you drop a bombshell like that on us so nonchalantly. What exactly were you doing during the Civil War? You too, Instructor Reen. Why don't you say... Instructor? Don't let your guard down. Remember the information we got. How many shadows did my friend say she saw? 3 shadows. There's another. Clems won't make. What? Amazing. What was... Reen! I'm alright. I only used it for a moment. See, I'm already back to normal. But that doesn't mean... What if something like that happens again? There was no other way. Sorry for making you worry, though. If my students are worrying about me, it probably means I failed as an instructor. This is no laughing matter. Why do you always... Instructor Reen? It's not an alias or anything. It's more like a special power. It might seem a little strange, but I'll make sure not to use it too much. So just bear with me a little. Bear with you? No way it's that simple. You just used that weird power to save us. Thank you for protecting us. Perhaps... Well, anyway, you guys slipped up a little this time. If you'd remember the info we got, you wouldn't have been caught off guard by that last one. I suppose it's understandable since it's only your first day, but I'm expecting you all to do better next time. You're always so... We have no excuses for our performance. We'll just do better next time. Afterwards, they thoroughly searched the area but found no further archaisms. Seeing as they didn't come across anything else suspicious, they decided to return to Parm. All around the St. Arc area, even here, something's definitely up. Agreed. Further, the last batch of archaisms were designed to defend bases. It would be strange for those models to have been let loose during the Silver War. I feel like I keep saying silver, but I know I'm saying Sybil. Yeah, it's probably safe to say the road to the south is suspicious. Today's our first day of Special Operations mission, so let's try to finish everything by evening. We'll return to Palm, take care of the other tasks, and head south after that. Right. Now more than ever, we must be on our guard. That's a Parm by road. Have I been there? Ah, over there. Okay. Well, first things first, let's go to the tavern. I'd like to actually like rest
Hey,
up and
look!
stuff.
There's some fish there!
Because after all, I use quite a bit of CP there. As long as we have even the basics for our aircraft, we're in a significantly better spot. But, knowing me, I'm not just gonna stick to basics, so let's rest again.
Oh, this is nice.
How refreshing.
Alright, that should be good. Oh, wait. Yeah, I figured this one was gonna give me a recipe. Good. Alright, let's go to the Parm by road. Because there were 3 different locations. I do get tired of those enemies we encounter attacking first, because it doesn't give me any time to set up. According to the report, the remaining mysterious monsters are found down this path. Since we're low on clues, we should just investigate as much as possible. Are you three still doing alright? Can you keep going? Of course. You don't need to worry about us. We need to complete everything by evening, right? Then we better put all of our all into resolving this quickly. That's the spirit. Just don't push yourself too much. You're one to talk, instructor. Anyway, beginning patrol and investigating. B.
Our chance to attack.
All right. Set, striker. Yeah.
It's my turn.
I shall go.
Let's go. Yeah. I'm up.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
I could have avoided them
My
even
turn.
getting to attack, but it's like they survive with the smallest amount of health.
They keep coming.
My turn.
And where are my brakes?
Let's go. Sit.
Look, they're getting
Here
more
we
and
go.
more resistance to these attacks.
Set, gunner. Yeah.
My turn.
Oh, you're definitely gonna die first. Ha.
An opening. Huh. Is that all?
By the way, if you didn't realize this, on Kurt, I put a blind quartz on him. I have no idea why I did that.
Our chance.
Ugh, it's just a little bit small. Fine, whatever.
Get back. Let's go.
It's my turn. There.
My turn.
And of course, you miss.
I'm up. Now.
It's mine.
Very well. Ha! Behold the Vander style.
Ah, these guys. Not my strong monster for this road.
Our chance. Let's go. Raging fire formation. Ha! It's down. Yuna, now.
Yes. Here I go. Set, striker. Yeah. Our chance.
An opening. Let's go. Yeah. It's down.
I'll assist. Now. There. There.
It's mine.
The van.
Perfect. Some U materials. It's so much easier to get U materials in this one. This camera is very jarring.
We'll end this quick.
Well, it didn't hit him, so I think I just got a rival advantage. Because if it hit him, their health would have went down.
There.
It's my turn.
Let's go. Strike! I'm up. Sit. My turn.
Yeah, see, I wanted you dead.
Behold the Vander style.
Okay, I got one B larva from that. Let me see. Let me check. Okay, I got 4. I think I needed 3. So we're in a good place.
They're in disarray.
All right. Yeah.
My turn.
My turn.
The enemies are starting to survive my hits much
I'm up.
easier.
Sit. All right, nice work.
We'll end this quick.
Oh, no, you don't.
Get back! Let's go. Strike! There!
I'll assist.
It's my turn.
I need you to break now.
I shall go. Yeah. There.
It's mine! Very well. Ha! There!
I'll assist.
I'll end it.
More hostiles.
Let's go. Second form, Gale!
All right.
My turn. Cha! Behold the Vander style.
That was easy enough. I pretty much just really destroyed them. Okay, usually if there's a more powerful... There we go.
I found some treasure.
Who found some treasure? Force Seal. Prevents stats down. Huh. Yeah, there was one that was, shoot, which one was it? There was one that prevented, I think the belt was the auto CP regeneration. I did take a charge, but it didn't do any damage. Probably because I got interrupted, basically.
Yeah! We strike! Yeah! Let's go!
30 CP up. That's a nice way to start the battle.
Now!
It's mine.
My turn.
All right.
I'm glad she
Very
was
well.
just like out of
Yeah.
range.
All right.
Let's go! Sit!
The reason I took Ring's turn from that is
Everyone
because he
okay?
still gets 10 for taking out an enemy.
Sit!
Strawberry seeds. Oh, that's for the girl. So for the garden. Huh. Blockage in the road, huh?
Yeah! Take them down! Cha! Let's go! Ha!
It's my set. Gunner. Yeah.
It's my turn! Ha!
Now. Yeah.
There we go. Should be an easy win.
It's mine!
The
Alright. Let's go to the... Shoot. Oh, is it tactics? Where'd it go? Oh, there we go. Let's not move that. Well, let's accept Link. Link those two back up. And I want to move you back and you closer to the middle. Oh, was it you? Oh, they're not biting. Must be because of earlier. What a pain. I don't remember her name, but she was one of the Fisher ones. I think I saw her at the beginning of Coastal 2. Right after we were walking out of Lemire. Hey, someone's fishing over there. Oh, she looks familiar. Oh, could it be? Are you Rean Sworzer, perchance? Annabelle, is that you? I knew it. It's been quite some time. Have you come all this way to partake in the secret fishing spot as well? We anglers do think alike, don't we? Oh, I didn't come here to fish, actually. Who is she, instructor? Is she another one of your classmates? No, she's a fellow angler. But what are you doing up here, Annabelle? Starting this year, I am a full-fledged member of the Honorable Imperial Fishing Club. As a professional angler, I am in the middle of a survival fishing pilgrimage around the Empire. Was she the one that made us fish up the huge monster fish? I can't remember. So you're basically just wandering around fishing everywhere. Wait, the Imperial Fishing Club? I feel like I've heard that before. I may have seen it mentioned in the Imperial Chronicle from time to time. Well, it seems like you're as independent as ever. But it doesn't seem like you've been able to catch all that many fish today. No, to be honest, I haven't caught a single one. That strange sound earlier must have scared off all the fish. There was a strange sound? Yes, it was reverberating through the area until only recently. It was a cacophony of rattling and screeching, a very unpleasant series of metallic sounds. Worst of all, it caused all the fish to flee. Annabelle, which way did those sounds come from? Well, they seem to come over from up on that plateau over there. However, the road itself is closed off, so it's hard to say what lies that way. If this keeps up, I'll end up wasting away to nothing. Instructor. Yeah, it definitely seems worth looking into. Should we head back and check on it? Check it out. Yes, let's go. Wait, what's over here? Doesn't seem to be a treasure chest or anything. Oh, you got to have something. Right?
They're
Oh,
in
yeah, you
disarray.
do. Only that many.
Get back! It's down! Let's go, Altina!
Did I just see it miss?
Here I go!
That was part of the whole plan.
Set! Striker! Set! Gunner! Set! Strike set! Gunner!
There we go.
There! Our chance!
It's mine! Very well. Yeah! It's down!
It's mine!
I shall go. There. Now,
An opening!
I'll finish it.
Before it could even recover. Alright.
Was my support help?
And I got 4 bee larvae out of that.
I found some treasure!
Who found treasure? Nemesero? Oh yeah, I remember that one. And Seal makes it where you can't move, if I remember right. I'm gonna open up their slots and then I'll start placing stuff to really help us out in battle. Come on now, you gotta be faster than that if you want to catch me. One more rock should do it. Yeah, it doesn't matter right now. Sure enough, the old road is completely closed off. Are those shipping containers? What is this, a junkyard or something? I'm not sure. I was very young when I lived here. But these containers have been here as far back as I can remember. Well, it doesn't seem like we can get through here. Is there any way we can climb up? No, we can get through here. Rionak. Altina, you nearly gave me a heart attack. Agreed, that was rather abrupt. I was simply conserving time. It's almost 4 p.m. It's nearly evening. Well, that's one way. She's different from Millium. Well, for better or worse, the path is clear now. Let's go ahead. That's one way she's different than Millium. Alright, let's do a quick save because why not? Oh, interesting. From what Annabelle told us, the noises seem to come from this plateau. What's this gate for? No clue. It's pretty intimidating. Does this path continue on into the mountains? Rean, you look like you know something. This area is not listed on the map. There is nothing about this gate or the road beyond. It may be an abandoned road that hasn't been used in decades. But wait. The gate doesn't seem that old. Warning, authorized personnel only. Danger due to landslide beyond this point. Well, that's not a lot of info. Did you know about this place, Kurt? No, I hadn't even heard of it. Since the containers are always piled up there, I never thought about going beyond them. In any case, it seems unlikely the archaisms were spotted beyond here. Yeah, this place seems pretty heavily locked up. There's no evidence they broke their way in either, so let's look. Prepare for battle. Seems like they decided to come to us. What? Between the trees. Clam Saleus. At least they're all different. What? Are these things archaisms too? Yes, an extremely special type. This model was made for surprise attacks and assassinations. Balancing clowns. Are these things really just machines? Very well. We shall prove no easy prey. Watch out for their trick attacks. They can poison you and inflict paralysis. Here they come. Well, if that's the case.
Exercise caution.
Then it seems you need to die.
Behold, the dual blades of Vander. Now! I'll end it. Ha! Ragnar, strike!
It's Sepith per hit. This is gonna be a lot of money. Well, a lot of Sepith. Who got paralyzed now?
Now, transform. Sync complete. Go, Arcadius gear. Ready, launch. Brianna, open fire. Exterminating target. Huh? Ah!
my blade, calm as still water. Now!
Seventh slash! Fallen leaves!
I like how it cuts the leaf as well. That's that.
Everyone okay?
We did it. Bizarre machines that fight with dirty tactics. How low will the society sink? I feel as though I've reached my daily energy limit. Damn, I misread things. Huh? The other side. I see them, and there are even more. We're blocked off. Are they just toying with us? For a bunch of clowns, they sure aren't funny. Sorry, you three. It seems I've pushed you all too hard. Just leave this to me. What?
What is he?
No, Reen!
Spirit Universe?
That won't be necessary.
Laura!
She's...
No way.
Pitiful. What?
Oh, she's been
Take
training
this.
well with her dad. Quite impressive, Laura.
The Arcade School's special technique.
Her combat strength has increased exponentially from before.
A temporary master of immense skill. I should have known. I never thought I'd get to see both you and Elliot again here. Whoa!
Come now. You should have been prepared for at least this much. Though we have exchanged letters, it's been some time since we've seen each other's faces. You've grown taller, haven't you? To be frank, I nearly didn't recognize you at first.
You too, Laura. You've become so strong and dazzlingly beautiful, it's hard to believe it's only been a little over a year.
There's no need for flattery. I'm aware I still need training in that regard.
It is good to see you again.
I've heard much about you.
I see a familiar face, but I shall introduce myself nonetheless. I am the daughter of the Viscount of Legram, Laura S. Arcade. I'm also a member of the original Class 7. It is a pleasure to meet you all.
That's a nice surprise. Oh. Okay, so I'm trying to understand what's going on with Reen's power, because from what I understood, he wasn't really having any problems with it on the during the during the second game after everything that happened during the war. So sometime between then and now, it seems to be going a bit berserk. Because I did hear that it's starting to lose control over it again. Soon as I achieved mastery, I was qualified to become an instructor. I've been traveling to wherever my services have been needed ever since. It makes sense. It hasn't been that long, and yet so much is already happening for you. The Viscount must have high hopes for you, Laura. Well, I certainly pray I can live up to them. Your family school is famous, isn't it? Very. The Arset and Vander schools of swordsmanship are the most renowned in the Empire. Correct. In terms of scale and notoriety, they're about equal. Both happen to have masters serving our country's military in some form. That they do. I suppose I prefer a more humbling approach, but yes, we are quite known. And I've heard much about you from your father. It's a rare thing indeed to meet a dual wielder of the Vander sword style. Oh, I wouldn't say I'm worth any special mention. I'm still a novice. My father and brother are years beyond me. And I wouldn't think to compare myself to someone like you when you obtain mastery at such a young... And why is that? There are endless paths of the sword. Mastery is but a single point in one's unique path. I still have much training to do. I would place myself at a similar point to as your instructor, really. Yeah, I don't think so. Please, you needn't be so humble. There are also geniuses who go beyond the concept of mastery, one being the head of your campus. That's one way to describe her. She's more a monster than a genius. No joke, she's that strong. She's mastered both the Arset and Vander styles. Does that answer your question? Wow, that's nuts. I'm sure everyone was expecting her to come with you on your field exercises. Yeah, we were actually, but it doesn't seem like she stayed behind because of any meddling on the government's part. But right now, I'm more worried about all of these reports of archaisms. Do you think it means Ouroboros is up to something? It's possible, but any answer I give would be pure speculation on my part. It is also possible they were let loose as a decoy. Attract attention here in order to do something worse elsewhere. It would be true to their MO. As it would be for the intelligence division, they would utilize a similar strategy in this case. You just went right out and blabbed it. Direct as always. Let's keep in touch in case either of us learns new info. It sets my mind at ease knowing you and Elliot are right around the corner. Although I have a funny feeling this wasn't some divine intervention from the goddess. Oh, I wonder what makes you think that. But likewise, I will be counting on you as well. To you as a fellow graduate of Thors and one who carries on the Class 7 name. What tipped me off was the style of sword that they're using. Not too many people use a great sword. Wow, she's just too cool. She's tall, dignified, beautiful. Yuna, I believe your eyes are becoming giant pink hearts. I didn't realize she was a part of Class 7 as well. Oh. Laura and Elliot are both irreplaceable friends of mine from Class 7. Each of them graduated early last year for different reasons, but it was because of their support that I myself was able to graduate this spring. Ah. Million too. Yeah, she's just as much a member of that class as any of us. Of course, the old Class 7 and the new Class 7 aren't the same. You guys should try and find an identity for your class all your own. You even finished your first day of special missions without any problems. Oh, now that you mention it, we investigated 3 remote areas and finished all our required quests by the end of the day. Honestly, it was a close call. Well, we're not done until we get back to camp. Let's get going, everyone. Hopefully we can get back to camp before sunset. Got it. Understood. The main story will progress once you leave Parm via the west exit. There's the thing here. Well, 4 years ago, the entire area was caught up in the Liberel incident. All orbital energy was rendered useless, but thanks to the watermill, the looms were still in commission. Thanks to that, everyone's jobs were saved. We have torches from the old times, so the nights weren't too bad either. I remember thinking that traditions are important. A life without orbital energy? I can't even imagine that in Crossbell. The people of Parm are really strong. Yeah, they really are. Well, let's go ahead and report it then. Oh, I can't do that here. No, I was pushing the wrong button. I take that back then. I should probably report to Monk.
I've been waiting, Reen. Give me the dirt.
So, here's what I've heard. Reen told Monk the story that could be used with the radio.
That's good stuff. I'll send you your prize.
Alright, I'm gonna do like I did before. And I'm gonna go back to the tavern.
I'm tired.
For her to say it, she must really mean it. You guys did great. Let's call it a day and head back to camp.
How refreshing.
It's 100 Mira. I might as well. And then we'll head back to camp.
Ah, a good break.
Yep. Let's head back to camp. It is approximately a 2-hour walk from here to the field exercise ground. True, but it will take less than 30 minutes by horseback. Guess there's no way we're getting back before sundown. Oh man, I'm super hungry too. I feel like I'm gonna pass out as soon as we make it back. Make sure you get plenty of dinner and get to bed early. We've got another full day tomorrow. That said, I still expect to receive your report on your special ops mission by the end of the day. Hey, don't you think you're being a little too strict? I feel like I'll probably fall asleep right after I eat dinner. We have no choice. Let's work together to finish as quickly as possible. Looks like y'all need to work on that endurance, guys. Huh. That face he made. It appears the first day of field exercises went smoothly. Class 8 and 9 have each completed their exercises for the day. And Class 7 special ops missions were successful as well. That's right. Still can't shake the feeling I've seen missions like that before, you know? I think all 3 of my students did very well. Though they received some unexpected help. I didn't expect to run into Laura here in Sutherlands. It's kind of encouraging to know that we have friends here to help. It would be best if they didn't get too friendly, however. Nah, it ain't so bad. Besides, things are starting to smell pretty suspicious around here. Yeah. Archaisms appeared at 3 separate locations. There were even special types among them. There's even the possibility that this is all a feint and the real target is somewhere outside Sutherland. Just in case, we should contact some nearby organizations and let them know to be on their guard. Well, the network construction is complete now. We have the option. Besides, the RMP, we should also get in touch with the Provincial Army and Imperial Army's command centers here. Shame the Racer Guild isn't up and running, or else we would have been able to work with them too. The guild aside. There were only a small number of archaisms released. There's no evidence they're being operated on a large scale. I'm sorry. There was like 5 of the big tricky ones, 3 of the defensive ones, and then those other regular ones. Those ones aren't just ones you release just for no reason. We will communicate the information, but we'll make no formal request for assistance. But you need to understand that this is what the branch campus came here for. We are here to provide cover to places where others cannot. Man, I get what you're saying, but can we really handle everything going on here on our own? We have an armored train, numerous Pandar soldats, and a fortified camp set up. Though most of our members are only recruits, we still have more strength than a middle-class squadron. Though our opponents operate at an international scale, at the end of the day, they are merely a crime syndicate. We can handle anything they...
Oh, you sure about that?
What?
That doesn't sound like any of the students.
That voice. Wait, that's... An anti-tank gun, a Panzerfaust.
Oh.
What's going on? Oh no, the Panzer soldats! Get back! It's dangerous!
Where are they?
Over there! Shirley, you little...
Sup, Dolphy? Long time no see!
You're the one from earlier. And you...
It's been a while, Ashen Awakener.
Duvalier the Swift.
Yes, it is I, Duvali, leader of the Stahlritter and direct subordinate of Ouroboros' 7th Anguis. I'm sure our time together will be brief, but...
Oops. Oh well. Shirley, the Sanguine one.
As for
Ogre.
me, I'm Enforcer number 17, Shirley Orlando, aka the Sanguine Ogre. Nice to meet ya, Thor's Branch Campus.
One of Ouroboros' enforcers and the leader of their most powerful combat unit.
I heard you signed up with those snakes, but I didn't know you'd become an enforcer. Is Uncle Sigmund somewhere around here too?
There's absolutely no way I'd let Daddy have such a fun job. I did borrow some firepower, But this is more of a personal visit to kill some time.
You are just so... Can't you take this even a little bit seriously?
An enforcer and the leader of the Stahlritter. This is worse than I imagined. A surprise attack. What are you after?
Isn't it obvious?
Her weapon. Testarossa.
Don't get the wrong idea. We're not after anything. We've simply come to say hello. And put you all in your place.
Those are what Kurt and the others were talking about.
Let's get this welcome party started!
This is our little gift to you. I hope you enjoy it.
Don't let him scare you. Class A combat tactics. Prepare to intercept. Panzer Soldats are easy targets, so do not board them.
Yes, sir!
Class 9, fall back! Watch for hustles that slip past combat tactics. Medical teams, stand by. Comms teams, send out an urgent report. Yes, ma'am.
Instructor Rain!
What should we do? Class 7 will move and intercept hostiles. Back up Class 8 and Class 9.
Understood.
Where did they get so many? Class 8, group up in threes. Class 9, you're too spread out. Class 7, intercept!
Understood. Let's go, everyone!
Yes, sir!
You can now use the burst link attack. Okay, yeah, that's a 5-1. Break damage multiplies by 10 during burst. Okay. An attack on all enemies performed by 2 link pairs, which consumes bravery points. You gain from repeated assist attacks. Press square when link attack appears. Break damage multiplies by 10 during burst. 900% up. Attack radius, entire battlefield. Cures all parties at normal statuses when activated. Cover area where defense is light.
Damn clown!
Front line, you're too spread out. Keep focused.
Okay. Cover areas where defense is light. I'm going to assume it's straightforward.
They're coming! Beginning interception.
My turn.
Strike!
Let's go.
Crimson Slash!
Oh, that's how you want to play this game.
Not today!
I'll save you.
Thanks!
So now I know how
I
they
shall
plan
go.
to fight.
I'll support. Arjun here.
Thanks!
Thanks.
Let's go!
Let's put a stop to this right now.
All right. There. Wide open. Everyone ready?
I got it!
Yes.
Yeah!
There.
Good work, everyone.
Stats updated.
So, their idea is to attack where there's the most enemies at.
We did it!
That showed them.
Whoa! What are these things doing?
No!
Right flank.
Cover them!
Understood.
Schwarzer, take care of the right wing.
June out a
This
little
is
bit.
nothing!
Targets eliminated. Engaging second wave.
Don't run away. Don't run.
on to us!
Take them down!
Watch out! This is a tough one! I need to do something!
Did you get sealed? No? Then why can't you use your cross break? Are you out of range? I hate when they get to move first. It's really annoying.
Can't escape! Fire!
I'm up!
Get back!
My turn.
And it's the stupid seal. I really hate that they get to just move first. It's highly
Charging.
annoying.
Very well.
I have to. I cannot let you have the critical.
My blade, calm as still water. Now!
Seventh slash!
Because they're not faster than us. So I don't know why they just placed both of them at the top. It's not random either. Of course.
That was foolish.
Yeah.
And I can't help you at this point.
Why now?
We're in trouble.
You wouldn't be if you just didn't get sealed immediately.
Yeah.
But of course you did.
Not on my watch!
I'm up!
Sit!
Danger level high.
It's really annoying, by the way.
Thanks.
This is
Because this fight wouldn't have even been a problem if you would just not have gotten sealed right away. That's highly aggravating.
Huh. Not on my watch!
Don't give up!
Thank you.
Strength depleted. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
now you
Very well.
just fail to heal. I can't do anything but use items right now because every time they immediately take damage. Like, this is super annoying. And it's all because, like, it started off really bad.
Here I go!
Like, it started off awful.
Thank you.
Behold, the dual blades of Vander. Now! I'll end it.
Like, it could have easily been avoided if you did not get sealed at the start of the battle.
Ragnar, strike!
Like, that legitimately just made me mad.
All right!
Oh, you got me real confused.
That was foolish.
I shall go.
Thanks.
Yeah, he's just gonna die again.
Sorry.
Because I didn't expect it to be that much. Like,
I need to
that
do
little
something.
amount of healing. I don't think there's anything I can do. Not in this case. Because this has been straight up stupid.
Thank you.
And it's so annoying. Because if they did not start with a seal, there would have been no challenge here at all. I'm not going to weaken enemies and retry.
Be on guard. It's strong.
What I am going to do is immediately
Not
hurt
today.
you. Badly.
My blade, calm as still water. Now!
Because now I'm angry.
Seventh slash! Fallen leaves!
Seal has never stopped your ability to use a craft if you're in range of it. As far as I remember. Now, I couldn't be wrong about that.
Sync complete. Go,
It stopped you
Arcadius
from
Gear.
moving.
Ready, launch. Brianna,
I'm getting
open
real
fire.
tired of them getting to move first.
Exterminating target. Huh? Ah!
Behold, the dual blades of Vander. Now! I'll end it. Ha! Ragnar, strike! Now, let's continue onward.
Yeah, I did it!
I must train even.
Yay!
Yeah! Sure showed them a thing or two.
They certainly have quite a few.
Jessica!
Sydney, Wayne, let's go!
Let me do something real quick. Where was it? It wasn't the coral bracelet I was looking for. I thought I had another, I had another pendulum. No, I had another one. Anyway, I should really give them these anyway. I hate the proxy puppet. Where's that? Where did it just go? I'll give you the coral one. But that's not what I was trying to do. I want you to move. I want you to move. Because see, what tends to happen is you end up grouped up.
Are you
And
okay?
the start of the
Jessica?
battle.
Reen, move over to the left wing.
You weren't getting. No! Get away!
Sydney!
Jessica!
Kurt! And Instructor Reen!
Be careful!
Multiple hostiles, beginning interception.
Yeah,
This is the turning point! Let's go!
Okay.
Be on guard. It's strong.
Yeah, okay. Uh-huh.
Let's go. There!
It's mine!
I'm up! Form up! Iron Will formation!
Let's go!
Okay, it takes...
Arcus, activate!
Now. There.
Send you to the front.
Yeah!
Go ahead and use Impassion. yours should be ready. Gemini Blast does lower speed. Shame though, I only got the speed down on one of them.
Let's go.
Might as well.
Yeah. I'm up.
Oh wait.
Yeah. I can keep going.
There we go.
Now.
It's my turn. Get back! It's down!
I'll assist.
Here I go!
This one, I believe, had high break. But I'm out of range for it.
You can't escape! Fire!
Very well. Yeah. Let's go. Strike! Eight's down.
It's
Ah,
mine!
blind.
My turn.
I'm up. Yeah.
All right! You can't escape! Fire! Our chance!
It's mine. Very well. Cha! Eight's down.
It's mine!
I'm up. Ah! It's down.
I'll assist. I shall go.
That is cute.
I'll support. Arjun heal.
Thanks.
I think you're
Now,
forgetting something.
transform. Sync complete. Go, Arcadius gear. Ready, launch. Brianna, open fire. Exterminating target. Huh? Ah!
You couldn't survive one more hit.
All right!
Starting not to like you right now.
Striker!
I want to get that break damage off.
Take this!
It's my turn. Get back. It's down. Let's go, Altina.
I'll just rush it.
Understood.
Because somebody had to get himself killed and couldn't survive one hit.
Here I go!
Did I say that it was good for you to be coming back like that?
Take this!
Let's go.
Pretty sure I didn't.
Get back. Now. Let's go, Altina.
So let me help you learn
Understood.
this. Oh, by the way, Kurt. No, it can wait.
Take this!
My turn.
Okay, there we go. Kurt, get up.
Thank you. It's my turn. Get back! It's down!
I'll assist.
This is it!
Now. I'll support. Arjun heal.
Thanks.
Thanks. Here I go!
My turn. Thank you.
Seal. You know why that's fine?
Thanks.
It's
Because
my
I don't
turn.
plan on using crafts right now.
Arcus, activate. Yeah.
It's my turn!
Now. Arcus activate.
Very well. I'm up.
The idea here is just preparing for the next fight.
Ha! Very well.
Here I go!
It's my turn. Arcus, activate. Very well. Ha!
My turn.
All right!
My turn. Ha! It's down.
It's mine! Don't give up!
Thank you. I'm up. Arcus, activate.
Here I go! Arcus, activate!
I shall go. Arcus activate.
Yeah. Thank you.
Don't give up!
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very well. Ha! It's my turn. Ah!
Here I go! Arcus, activate! Ha!
Thanks. Let's go. Yeah.
I shall go. Arcus activate.
It's my turn. Marcus, activate!
Yeah!
Here I go!
Not today!
Yeah!
This should just about be it.
My turn!
That should be good enough.
It's my turn! Sit!
Oh yeah, and I heal more than
I'll assist. Now. Yeah.
I heal more
There.
than I get
An opening!
damaged by poison.
I'll finish it. Was my support helpful?
Alright, got it!
This would have been quicker if I wasn't trying to restore CP.
Jessica, are you alright?
Yes, but Wayne.
Everyone!
Are you alright?
This way for first aid!
Sydney, take Wayne and fall back!
Got it. I'll leave this to you, Kurt.
Don't worry, we'll take care of this.
Recommencing interception.
They're holding out better than I expected.
Dolphy and his students aren't too bad. Maybe it's because of the commands and the interceptions, but this is really starting to rev me up.
Wait a moment, you...
The smell of battle, it's just so good. I can't hold myself back any longer. I'm just gonna have a little taste.
Why do I always have to babysit?
Our blind spot!
She's aiming for the train!
Ah! Ah!
Come on, come on! If you don't want to get caught, you better start running! Nice timing!
I think you mean bad timing.
Wow!
Fee.
I haven't seen you in, what, 2 years? 3? You're all grown up now, Sylphide!
Bloody Shirley. No. Ouroboros' sanguine ogre. I didn't stand a chance 3 years ago, but I've grown a lot since then. I'll show you how much I've caught up.
Hell yeah! Let's see what you've got!
I didn't think any of the others from the old Class 7 were here. Furthermore, that girl is... Huh? What's that?
Oh.
Remedy Fantasia!
Oh, Elliot's best healing art.
Whoa! I can move!
What a beautiful sound.
Elliot.
Amazing.
A battlefield-wide recovery skill using a special mode of the Orbo staff.
One thing after another. Very well. I'll show you my true strength.
And I shall show you your match.
You!
Radiant Blade!
So powerful! Laura Arcade, you've gotten much stronger.
I certainly have. At long last, I can fight you on equal ground.
This is fun.
Cheeky little... Fee, Elliot, even Laura.
The old Class 7. Their help is appreciated, but their timing is a bit too good.
Oh, seems like you're not all just talk, huh? Here I was thinking you chose the lame path. Is this Purple Lightning's influence?
I won't deny it. Seems like you're still above me, though.
can figure that out is impressive on its own. Not bad, Sylphide. Think I might be falling for you.
No thanks.
Ugh! If you've gotten your little taste, then let's get out of here already.
Whoopsie.
She hopped back up there like it was nothing. Is she even human?
This is what we're up against. Ouroboros. Damn monster girls.
They aren't even showing their full strength yet.
That wasn't bad for a bit of playtime. But if this were a real fight, I would have turned this whole place to ash in 5 minutes flat.
Playtime?
Well, I promise this will be the last time we visit you here. Starting tomorrow, just keep quiet and focus on your little exercises. Bury your heads in the sand and ignore everything that happens from here on.
See ya! Dolphin,
You act like they're gonna
Ash
listen.
and Chevalier, let's all fight when we get the chance.
I never thought something like this would happen on the first day.
Let's check the damage first.
Help those who can't move.
Is everyone all right? Yuna and Altina, go help the injured. Kurt, go check on the damage.
Yes!
Understood.
Rean!
Elliot, Laura, Fee too. Thank you.
No prob.
Fee Classel.
I wanted to give you a hug, like Laura and Milliam. But now's probably not the time. We should help out too.
Yeah, thanks. Wait, how do you know about Milliam too?
What say we save that for later?
I'll help give first aid. Is the medical station on the train?
Yeah, car 4. But
Events are starting to take motion.
That's right.
This is probably just the tip of the iceberg. Who knows what else is waiting for us?
yeah. Tomorrow's going to be busy. That's for sure.
What time is it? Oh man, 10 already. That's unfortunate.
This is truly an honor.
Instructor rank.
Here,
F.
reward.
A bad instructor. Septum vein.
Keep it up.
Monk's thank you gift arrived safely. A bin sticker, you material. A bin sticker, you material. Okay. Vivi's thank you gift arrived safely. A photo of Rosen. Spirit droplet. Wow. That seriously got on my nerves. I'm so tired of every time we get into a fight with something like this, they immediately get to move. Both of them. It doesn't matter how many there are. But I see how they're going to play this one. Alright. All that means is I need to adapt to it. Which means, let me put it this way. There will never be another fight like that. Because I hate crap like that. We immediately get sealed at the start of the battle, so like, you're severely limited, and it wasn't just one person. That will never happen again. But that's not what we're here for. Let's proceed a little bit. Let's move a little bit further. I know this episode's been longer than even I would have liked, honestly, but hey, sometimes it can't be helped, even though we're encroaching almost 2 hours. Oops. The rebel military police isn't coming either? Correct. They are unable to come for a number of reasons. A particularly troublesome incident just occurred at the Empire's eastern borders. Due to that, they can't afford to divert any manpower at the moment. You've got to be kidding me. We've got the Stall Ritter and an Enforcer here breathing down our necks. And to make things worse, the Enforcer is Shirley of all people. At this rate, half of the province could be up in flames by tomorrow. Well, hey, Randolph, who is Shirley exactly? Well, I'm embarrassed to admit, but she's my cousin. A battalion in commander of one of the most powerful Jaeger Corps on the continent, the Red Constellation. Well, I guess she's vice leader now that my uncle took over as boss. The Red Constellation? I've heard of them. Aren't they the ones that, the Fees Jaeger Corps used to fight against? Jaeger Corps who was working behind the scenes during the incident in Crossbell. But that police division you were a part of stopped them, right, Randolph? Well, I wouldn't say we stopped them exactly, more like we just drove them back. Then afterwards, that man-eater tiger got herself scouted by the Society, though she's probably still a member of Red Constellation. So then, that means the main troops of the Red Constellation are waiting somewhere nearby, right? The Stall Ritter too. Yeah, about that. Seems like the main force of the Red Constellation isn't even in the Empire at the moment. What? Yep, they're not working with the Society. Seems like they've got something else on their plate. Can't say for sure what the little squads are up to, but that worst case scenario of yours isn't happening for sure. Due to these factors, it has been determined that the current threat level is manageable. Until we determine their aim, we will proceed with only Branch Campbell personnel and resources. Of course, we will still be relying on the Sutherland Province Army to maintain order. But what about the Imperial Army? Drekner Fortress isn't that far up north. The Imperial Army is occupied with their own duties. The decision has been made not to interrupt them. I repeat, we will have the Provincial Army and the branch campus handle this using our existing forces. That is the current decision of the Imperial government. Wait, that's the Imperial government? So that's what's going on. Well, it makes things simple at least. I should have realized when you arrived with such perfect timing this morning. Are we going to do our ritual from last year again? You sure? Thought you'd be pretty done with all of that after the Northern War. I'll never accept your group's way of doing things. But if there's a crisis, I have the power to do something about it. As a graduate of Thor's and a member of the original Class 7, I can't sit idly by. Well said.
Ashen Chevalier Rien Schwarzer, the following orders are on behalf of the Imperial Government. Uncover the purpose behind the Society's advances in the Sutherland Province and put a stop to them.
Huh? An order from the Imperial Government. The only thing that will call the Ashen Chevalier to action.
Orders accepted.
I see. So that's how it works, huh?
Yes. He's always forced into situations he has no choice but to accept.
Then we shall assist with these orders.
Laura, Fee, Elliot.
Halt. Non-affiliates are not permitted.
This isn't the government ordering around an instructor at one of their schools. These orders are for Rien himself. As his classmates, we are affiliated.
It won't be easy for Rien to do this on his own either. If the Imperial government won't move its army to support him, then we'll just have to pick up the slack.
Even so.
Nothing you say will change our minds. We are those whose hands aren't bound by the Imperial government. As such, we need not concern ourselves with the RMP and the Intelligence Division restricting our actions.
True enough. There's pretty much nothing we can do to stop you guys.
I'm so glad you're all here for him.
Are you all sure?
Come on, why even ask that? Why do you think we're here?
Huh?
We were all worried about you after we graduated and left you behind at the academy. You were put into an unreasonable situation. You had to follow your orders or risk many people being hurt. The thought that our irreplaceable friend was having to bear those burdens all on his own was simply too much.
Besides, we also had that promise of ours. 2 birds, 1 stone, you know? We got the location of your field exercise grounds and your schedule from a certain source. Then those of us who could make it all got together here. Ta-da!
Alisa and Machias were so upset they couldn't come.
This is a lot to take in all at once.
I see. So it was his doing.
Man, even without his wings, that guy sure gets around.
You talking about the Crimson Wings?
Laura,
What happened to the
thank
ship?
Elliot. Thank you. Given that this is an order for the Ashen Chevalier, Valamar's strength might be needed. So please, all of you, lend me your strength too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Instructor!
You guys,
We just heard from Instructor Toa. Is it true? Did you really get orders from the Imperial government? Are you really going to be heading off without us?
well,
That would explain Major Arendel's presence here.
so it's true then? It's true. Our special ops missions are done for now. Work on your exercises with Class 8 and Class 9.
But...
Understood. Then I shall join.
No exceptions. That includes you, Altina.
What? But I need to provide support.
Regardless of your other circumstances, you're still a student of the branch campus. I can't allow my students to get dragged into my personal business. Major Lecter understands this too. I think this is a good opportunity for you. Stay with Yuna and Kurt.
But I...
Allow me to ask one thing.
What is it?
It looks like you've accepted help from a member of the Arcade School. Is the Vander School? Am I not enough?
That's right. You're not. The fact that you're one of my students aside, it doesn't matter how much talent you have or that you've managed to reach intermediate level at your age. I can't take someone who lacks confidence and conviction to such a dangerous place.
Excuse me.
Hey, Kurt! Come with me, Allie. Sheesh. Just when I was starting to change my mind about you.
Don't you think that was a bit too harsh? Reen's just shy. He can be pretty stubborn sometimes too. I guess you're having a pretty hard time, huh? Yeah, constantly. I finally understand just how good of an instructor Sarah was to be able to juggle everything. Truly? Honestly, I'd be surprised if Sarah was thinking much at all. Yeah, I think maybe you're just being a little too serious about this, Reen. Maybe. I agree with there being times where it's better to just go with the flow. But this is just what I'm like. I want to think about how I'm going to interact with those kids from now on. If we can somehow overcome this crisis, that is. Yeah. You were right there. No way we can take them to such a dangerous place. I'm sure each of them is stronger than I am. But experience makes up for a lot. Let's go. I want to use our time efficiently. First off, we should gather information. Any ideas? Let's head to St. Ark then. I'll show you a place where we can use as a base while I gather info. Wait, is that? I take it you speak of somewhere connected to your new line of employment, correct? I see. I'm curious what kind of place it is. We'll look forward to it. Can we use the horses? Yeah, once we're ready, let's leave camp. I wonder if it's going to take us straight to St. Ark. I'm not gonna take any risks on that. Hang on a second. Okay, didn't expect a cutscene. I expected him to just be like, okay, thank you, here, take this. Oh, by the way, you use a trident, right? Is your hometown near the ocean or a river? Actually, my hometown's in Sutherland. We've got mountains and rivers as far as the eye can see. We live side by side with nature since way back. I see. And voila, dinner is served.
Give it a try.
You gotta eat it while it's hot. The flavor of field exercise is pretty special. Number 1. Survival chowder packed with plenty of bee larvae and nice healthy plant seeds. And other bits. Not only does it look alarming, but it smells pretty nasty too. But he spent time making this especially for us. I have to at least try it. Well, oh, it's a bit of an acquired taste, but surprisingly, it's not too bad. Past the initial wave of bitterness, there's an exquisite savory flavor. Don't know what's so surprising about it, but I'm glad to see you like it. Seriously, I'm pleasantly surprised by how good it is. Out of curiosity, why did you decide to join the branch campus, Freddy? Why would you want to leave your home, your beautiful hometown, to do all this? Well, pretty much just to get stronger and broaden my horizons. Back during the Civil War, my town took a bit of damage. And I decided I want to be the kind of man who's able to protect the things that are precious to me, no matter what. Whatever I needed to do to become that kind of guy, I'll do it. I see. That's very impressive. I had a hard time figuring Freddy out at first, but he actually has a pretty good head on his shoulders when it comes to cooking in life. Instructor Reen? Oh no, it's nothing. Anyway, this was a treat. Thanks.
You bet.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and call it an episode here then. Whew. Oh yeah, no, I'm serious. That will never happen again. Because that's one thing I do not allow. Because that was utter BS and there was nothing I could have really done about it. And not having the choice is the most annoying thing. Okay, well. Then let's just make it where there's no other choice for them. Alright, well, that is all the time we have for this episode of The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3. If you like this episode, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all on the next episode.